Hi, Shivanshu.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sorry for the delay, sir.
It's okay. So, where are you from?
I belong to Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, sir.
Okay. So, what is the specialty of your location?
Sir, Rewa is famous for white tiger. World's only white tiger, first and only white tiger Mohan was found in the Rewa. And now, due to which we have a white tiger safari in the Mukundpur area. And Rewa is also famous for its beetle nut toys. And there are several falls, waterfalls in the Rewa, like Purva, Kyoti, and Chachai.
Okay. So, recently, Narendra Modi ji officially rejoined 8 cheetahs in Madhya Pradesh, right?
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any idea about that?
Sir, Palpur, Puno is a place where cheetah reintroduced from the Namibia, and it is all the 8 tigers are consecutively
Tigers or cheetahs?
cheetah, sir.
Okay. What is the
Tigers, sir. Sorry,
tigers?
tigers.
Okay, Shivanshu. What is the difference between tigers and cheetah? Just basic point of view.
Sir, I'm not able to recall the exact difference, but maybe it deals with the speed in which they run, and also the body structure is also one of the internet.
Okay, could you please confirm, is it cheetahs or tigers? I
Sorry,
need
sir,
the confirmation.
it is tiger, sir. Tiger.
Tigers, are you sure?
I'm getting confused, sir, between cheetahs and tiger. It is tiger, cheetah, sir. Cheetah for sure. Cheetah for sure.
Okay, so why that cheetahs are okay? After how many years again we rejoined in the Kuno National Park? Little bit, any idea about that?
It's more than 50 years, sir.
Okay.
Since independence, cheetahs were extinct, sir.
Okay. So present, we are facing maximum pollution effect, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Sorry, sir.
we are facing pollution, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have any idea about how to reduce the pollution? Why? Because if you consider any world wide reports concerns to air quality, in that Delhi is always listed in that. So could you please convey any preservation, any reduction methods to concerns to pollution?
Sir, generally in winter season, Delhi experience this extreme amount of smog, form photochemical smog. Generally, major reasons are that pointed out very recently are parali, that the farmers of the Haryana and Punjab they burn after ending their Rabi Kharif crops, after cultivation of their Kharif crops. And second and foremost reason is the traffic, due to n number of vehicles are running continuously in the Delhi. So due to smog, due to exhaust coming out from the vehicle, it is also one of the reason. And third reason is that various industries are located nearby the Delhi area. So due to the exhaust from that industries also creates or contribute to towards the pollution of Delhi.
Okay, Shivanshu. Yes, in your profile, you mentioned teaching is also the habit. Okay. Teaching, right? You mentioned extracurricular activities.
Yes, sir.
So, which subjects you teach in our career?
Sir, just joining before joining into the railway services, I was teaching in mechanical engineering domain, especially in the thermal part, and manufacturing and material science and industrial engineering as well.
Okay. So, which is the fastest train in India as of now? If you consider the latest data, which is the India's fastest train?
Uh, Sorry, sir. Fastest train.
No,
Okay,
train.
sir. This recently introduced Vande Bharat train, and they are exactly their speeds is equal to that of Gatiman Express, which is around 120 to 150 kilometers per hour.
Are you sure? Why? Because Gatiman speed is 165 kilometers per hour. So Vande Bharat, it is also course trainated, right? But its speed is not like that.
Sorry, sir, I was wrong.
Okay. This is my last question. So, what kind of dishes I mostly cooking?
Sir, as I belong to the Baghelkhand region of Madhya Pradesh, so major of my dishes are Bagheli cuisines. Sir,
Okay.
some famous ones are Birahula, Rikmas, Indrahat. These are some famous dishes in my area. Sir. I'm fond of that.
Okay. After marriage, also you will continue the diet.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely.
It's kind of a stress relieving for me. Or
Okay.
I definitely enjoy cooking food, sir. So I will continue cooking that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shivanshu. I will forward to next faculty.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Shivanshu. Right. So you said previously you taught thermal production and material science, right?
Yes, sir.
So shall I ask some questions from the production and material science?
Yes.
Okay. So what is steel, first of all?
It is a alloy of iron, carbon, nickel, chromium, and some other metals.
Okay. What is the percentage of carbon in steel?
Sir, it is from 0.3, 0.03, 0.3 to 2.1%.
Okay. So let us consider, I want to reduce the cross-sectional area of the rod. Okay. I want to reduce the cross-sectional area of the rod. So I'm having two operations. One is wire drawing, second is extrusion. Which one is better?
Sorry, sir, I could not hear the first option.
Okay. I want to reduce the cross-sectional area of the rod, bulk
Yes.
rod. Okay. So I'm having two choices. One is wire drawing, second is extrusion. Which one is better? Which one will give you most effective performance?
Sir, wire drawing will give us more effective or more strength reduction in the areas.
Why?
Sir, it is there is large reduction in the area, and also forging process is involved in between. So it will lead to more strength.
Okay. What is gutter?
During the forging process, the excess material get subsumed in the gutter area, and it will also provide a cushioning effect while hammering.
Okay. After casting process, is there any heat treatment process is required or not? Directly will use the component?
Sir, it depends on the ultimate use of that product. Sometimes, if it is going to be used in highly sophisticated area, then definitely there will be some heat treatment processes. And if this is raw material or it going to be processed in further, then we do not need. But generally, heat treatment process are always preferred for better utilization of.
Okay. What is your work in your job profile?
Sir, I am posted in procurement department in Divisional Railway Manager's Office, Vadodara. in which major work related with the tendering process, in which we analyze the indent and the related model SOPs, and then we float the tender. And after floating, the technical evaluation, financial evaluation, and placement of order is major work of in my department.
What type of materials you will procure from the outside?
Sir, generally related with the successful running of the trains.
Okay.
It
What
involves from
equipments?
like dampers, brake plot, brakes, then the sensors, various actuators, measuring instruments. Then there are additional equipments like sometimes for the persons also we used to buy winter jacket, retroreflective jackets, and the raincoat. And for the larger areas, the related with the engines of the locomotives.
Okay, let us consider brake parts. So you want to purchase a brake pad for your company, Indian Railways, right?
Yes,
So there are so many quotations they send, the contractor, they send so many quotations, right? So how will you select the best quotation based on the cost? Yes.
sir. Our as railway is related with the safety of the passenger, so our foremost criteria or the main determining factor is our specification. The whatsoever n number of quotation that we receive, our major criteria is the technical evaluation, whether any deviation from our dedicated design or specification is there, and if it is permissible, then we will consider that quotation. And if it is not permissible or it will not be useful for our us, then we will summarily rejected that offer. And after technical evaluation, whatsoever the technically qualified bidders are, we will consider the financial criteria, and whosoever is L1 or lowest bidder, we will place the order to that person.
Okay. Have you seen high grade corruption there?
Generally, sir, I do not have encountered any such cases in my organization.
Okay. Okay. So brake pad materials, what type of materials are used to make brake pads?
Sir, as generally we use cast iron, as it is having lubricating properties as well. And nowadays, some alloying elements are also added. I'm not able to recall the exact composition of the brake pad, sir.
Okay. So from my side, I'll give you some suggestions. First of all, you're not at all good in production and material science, first of all. Okay, now you should focus on that, because you said I taught production and material science like that, but most of the questions what I asked, most of the questions are not correct. You said I asked steel, you said the percentage of carbon is like 0.3 like that. Okay, steels are many types. First you should ask what type of steel. Okay, the percentage of carbon starts from 0.08, that one. And if we talk about wire drawing and rolling operation, wire drawing and extrusion is more efficient. Large cross-sectional area you can reduce by using extrusion process. In one process you can reduce large cross-sectional area, but not in wire drawing operation. Okay, na? So these mistakes you did. Okay, na? So remaining things, general studies point of view, you are good. Technical point of view, I think somewhat you are not that much good. So you should focus on basic fundamentals. Okay, na?
Yes.
Right. From my side, I'll give you some like 110 marks. Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Malakonde sir will continue. Sir, mute lo undi.
Shivanshu, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, you taught thermal subjects, right?
Yes.
So, what are the subjects from thermal you taught?
Sir, thermodynamics, power plant, heat transfer, and also renewable energy resources.
Renewable energy resources. Okay. What is the difference between closed feed water heater and open feed water heater?
Sir, the basic difference is in open feed water heater, there is direct mixing of the fluids, whereas it is absent in the closed feed water heaters.
In closed feed water, there is no direct contact, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. As the number of feed heaters increase, is it increase in efficiency, increasing or diminishing?
Sir, it also depends on the various factors, but in general, it is observed that it will lead to more increase in efficiency.
You know, you got 85% in 10th class, right?
Yes, sir.
84.4% in 12th class, right? 12th
Yes.
standard. Engineering 8.36.
Yes, sir.
Gradually diminishing.
Yes, sir.
Why? What was the, may know the reason?
Sir, as my classes or as I am studying more and more, sir, in my there is slightly increase in the syllabus, and also there was more hardness, more tougher the reason, which leads to more and more studies, sir. And in also 10th we used to get more marks, and as in my engineering there was very hard checking in government college, but in spite of getting 83.6%, I was the topper of my college, sir. I was also awarded gold medal for that.
Very good, very good. So you're saying that as your promotion is increasing in studies, the syllabus content increases.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Mr. Shivanshu, you know, normally water boils at 100 degrees centigrade.
Yes, sir.
But how the water from the lake, river, pond, etc. getting evaporated even at room temperature?
Please give me. Can I borrow some time to organize my thoughts?
Yes, you can. You can also answer later. Shall I go for next question, or you want some time?
Yes, sir. Please, next question.
Okay.
I'm not able to recall the exact. It has to be. It has to. Sir, as there is continuously evaporation takes place, but generally, in general, at 1 atmospheric pressure, 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point. But as the temperature, as the pressure decreases, even we see in steam jet evaporation system, water boils at 7 degrees Celsius at well. So there has to be some relation, but I'm not able to recall the exact relation, sir.
What is the expected temperature where the clouds are staying?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact temperature.
Okay.
But
Leave it.
as it is
Why?
in
Another question: why cork is a good insulator?
sir, the structure of cork is very porous, and due to porous structure, there is large amount of air get trapped, and the conductivity of air is very low. So this is the main reason behind the insulator character of the cork.
I have two thermal quantities.
Yes.
How can you differentiate whether they are path dependent quantities or point dependent quantities?
Sir, in terms of thermodynamics, we are talking about. Sir, generally, heat, work, and entropy generation are the path dependent, and rest of the properties which do not depend on the paths they follow, and only the end point are important. So they are point properties. For example, temperature, pressure, volume, and all the properties.
Okay. What about the Gibbs function during the phase change process?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall that.
You know,
పంపానుగా మీకు
hello.
మామూలు గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టా నీకు పంపాను బాబు కూడా పంపాను, పొద్దున పంపాను.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Shivanshu, are you audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have two refrigerants,
Yes, sir.
namely one is air, atmospheric air,
Yes, sir.
and other one is halocarbon.
Yes, sir.
What kind of device do you suggest me to drop the pressure of that two refrigerants?
Sir, if we say about air, then, sir, if I think you are talking about deaeration process in which air gets scavenged out of the.
No, that is the deaeration is different. Deaeration is the process of removing the dissolved gases from the feed water. I am
Flash
talking
chamber.
about Hello.
Flash chamber, or we are going. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to exactly getting.
Leave it. Today all flights are cooled by what kind of air conditioning? All flight cabins.
Sir, there is a boot. Sorry, sir, I am not able to recall that, sir. But it in which air is a refrigerant, sir.
Yes.
With the help of air and decreased pressure, we provide cooling in the cabin, sir. I'm not able to recall the exact pressure. I know, sir, there are lots of examples we have solved, but not able to.
Do you know psychrometric chart?
Yes, sir.
You might have used it for calculation for your university exams also.
Yes.
Can you suggest the same psychrometer for the pilot for deciding the surrounding atmospheric properties while the flight is flying around at 10 kilometers away from the ground?
Sir, as we know from the comfort chart, what are the comfort conditions for the passengers? So as we are above 10 kilometers from the earth, then there must be less temperature. Then with the help of our psychometric charts, in which specific humidity and relative humidity values we want to fix, and with the help of that we can change the temperature so that we get the comfort conditions, sir. So with the help of variation in the pressure and the airflow motion, we can change the condition or get make it as comfort conditions, sir.
Do you know the difference between positive displacement compressor, non-positive displacement compressor?
Yes, sir. Sir, in the generally, for example, if we talk with the help of example, like reciprocating compressor and the gear compressors are come in the range of positive displacement compressor, in which there is fixed amount of charge get inside a confined space. Then we compress that material, then air, and then we supply. Then there is not a continuous closed cycle, and this is known as positive displacement cycle. And in non-positive, then we have centrifugal type compressors and air axial flow compressors.
You are giving the examples of that positive displacement, non-positive displacement. You are not giving the
Exactly.
main difference between the positive and the non-positive displacement. Okay, leave it.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay. Is it entropy of the universe increasing or decreasing?
Sir, entropy of universe is continuously increasing, sir. Continuously increasing.
So it means in all areas of the universe, entropy of the entropy continuously increases. Is there any chance to decrease the entropy in a particular part of the universe?
Sir, the net entropy is continuously increasing, but there may be possibility that in some part of the region entropy is decreasing, and in another part entropy is increasing, but the net result is increment in the entropy. But there may be possibility that in some part entropy is decreasing.
Last question, Shivanshu. You know, atmospheric air is the working material for all non-flow process.
Yes.
Can you give at least 5 characteristics of ideal gas? Means atmospheric air is coming under ideal gas. Can you give at least 5 characteristics of atmospheric air or ideal gas?
Sir, the molecular attraction and repulsion force is absent in the ideal gases. Their properties do not vary with time. For example, specific heat and with temperature, specific heat and specific, yeah, and the sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall exactly at this point of time. I really revise that. I do not know what happens right now.
One more question, since you did not answer the last question. I have R12 refrigerant, dichloro, difluoro, methane.
Yes, sir.
I want to use the capillary tube to drop the pressure of that refrigerant.
Yes.
To get out the refrigerant with a temperature less than the entry temperature, what should be the length of the capillary tube?
Sir, as pressure drop is FLL V square by 2 GD, so we know that whenever as the length decreases, then there will be more pressure drop, and with the help of Joule-Thomson coefficient, we know that as the length increases, then there will be more drop in the temperatures. So large capillary tube is recommended of a smaller diameter.
Is it Joule-Thomson coefficient constant throughout the throttling process?
Yes, sir. Joule-Thomson coefficient delta P. Sir, it varies, sir. But generally, the nature of the refrigerant is merely expressed with the help of Joule-Thomson coefficient, whether it is negative or positive. But sir, it is a coefficient, so it has to be constant, sir. I'm not able to exactly tell you that, sir. I'm not aware of this, sir.
Can you define the Joule-Thomson coefficient?
Sir, it is the slope of temperature versus enthalpy graph at a constant pressure. Delta constant temperature versus pressure drop at constant enthalpy, sir.
Okay, Shivanshu. In thermal, you have sufficient knowledge, but you are unable to
Yes.
express. You are unable to give clear cut information, right? You know the answers for majority of the questions, right? That can be avoided by practice, right?
Yes.
Okay, Shivanshu. Shivanshu, I am giving. Hello.
Malakonda garu, I will take.
Please, sir, continue.
Yeah, good morning, Shivanshu.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine. Okay. I think you have been trying for IES continuously from 2019 or so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is your experience in this journey? What you learned in this journey?
The best thing is nothing is permanent, sir. And
Yeah.
you cannot be sure of your success, and all you can do is hard work and practice, and ultimately we have to forego our ultimate result. We have to have enjoy our journey.
Yes, that's wonderful. So whatever may be the result, you need to enjoy your journey. That must be the motto.
Yes.
So I was really impressed with the way you are continuously uh, targeting this particular one, even though without major breakthrough. But that's a fine area for a person to achieve a great success. Okay, so maybe I'm coming to you. You said you are working presently with uh, materials depot manager,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah, with okay, Indian Railways.
Yes, sir.
So how this would be different from your maybe now you need to appear for Indian Railway management engineering services also. If it is not IES, IES other services are there. Railways is now made a different one.
Yes, sir. So,
So how do you compare your maybe your career growth being in this particular profession and by chance if you are selected for railways?
sir, the basic or the important reason or the important learnings that I have learned or the gained in my working is exposure to the government department, how things work, how things are done, and what are the reasons and how much manpower is employed to get a certain success. So this is major learning, and with the help of this learning, I will be able to manage or give direct impact in the contribution, give direct contribution in the development works that are going to be happen in any of the services that engineering services allows me to do, and it will my experience will definitely help in my future.
Yes, wonderful. Okay, coming to theory of machines or vibrations and others. Okay, uh, are you comfortable with this subject?
Yes,
Theory
sir.
of machines, yes. Okay, so in case of Indian Railways, okay, what
Yes,
is the steering mechanism we use for
sir.
traction engines and others?
As we do not have any differential or steering mechanism in Indian Railways, so with the help of laying the foundation and the rails, the train guided its path by itself, sir, due to tapering in the wheels of the rail.
Okay, my question is, what is the steering mechanism? I'm not asking you about the differentials and others. There are different steering mechanisms we find in automobiles. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
name them? Can you
Sir,
name what are the
uh, Davis and Ackerman.
yes,
Davis.
wonderful. But do you use which kind of steering mechanism in traction engines or diesel engines, whatever it is?
Sir, for the movement of the train, generally you have said that traction motors are used, and by we do not have any. I'm not sure about the steering mechanism, sir, but uh,
Do you require steering mechanism in Indian Railways?
sir, I am not aware of any steering mechanism, sir. That's why I'm not able to tell you that, sir.
Okay. And the next thing is maybe if you come back to this particular one. So let me say Gresham's criteria. You heard of Gresham's criteria?
Yes, sir.
What about it is?
Sir, it tells about the mechanism. Depending on the number of links and the number of pairs, uh, we clearly define the output and the input of the mechanism. Sir.
Yeah, that means resulting mechanism you can able to find out.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now let me say that if I have a mechanism, okay, do you have any mechanism which do not actually satisfy Grubler's criteria? What is Grubler's criteria? Grubler's equation.
Plus P.
Grubler's equation.
Uh,
No, what about it is? Why you use Grubler's equation?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall Grubler criteria.
So, Shivanshu, I have been watching you for the previous experts also. Probably you need to brush up your certain minimum basics once again before you appear for your final interview. Okay, because basically my impression is since you are with railways, so you can expect some questions from railway functioning, railway maintenance, though you are not exactly belong to these two
Technical.
areas of railways, technical areas. But once they say railways, okay, people expect that you know little bit more than the general man who are other experience in other areas. So
Sir, it is mute.
suggestion for you is to you please brush up your these things again, fundamentals in theory of machines or whatever it is. Actually, in railways, we don't have any steering mechanism.
Yes, sir.
There is no steering at all in this particular one because they are all 100% guided. They will be following only the path on them. That's it. There is absolutely no steering mechanism like in automobiles and others. Okay, that is first thing. And second one is you said Groshoff's criteria is correct, but coming to Grubler's criteria is for basically for finding degrees of freedom of planar mechanisms.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if it is 1, we say that it is mechanism. If it is 0, we call it as structure. Less than 0, we call it as superstructure, and greater than 0, it is unconstrained mechanism. But generally, this is basics you require. Um, Good luck, Shivanshu. I think my impression is you need little bit brushing of your basic fundamentals. Otherwise, you are good in your subject. Okay, definitely. But once again, you just before you go for this, you just take up this. Good luck, Shivanshu. I wish you a very nice journey in the long future. Okay,
Thank you so
I
much.
think Lankeshwar Rao will take care. Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, Sivanshu. So, in general studies point of view, arise few questions. Okay, but you will not able to get the answer.
Yes.
But you try to say, but it's not 100% correct. So India's present, why? Because present you are working in railways, right? So India's fastest train is post train 18. Its speed is 180 kilometers. So it's a general thing. So present we will also India is also plans to export those type of technology, those type of trains to some of the European countries also. So my suggestion is you have present you are working in railways. Due to that, you have to get some general basic concepts of your working area. At the same time, your location also. Your way of presentation was good, but you have to get the better concepts about that. Then you will properly clear the interview. Okay. So my marks are 110. I wish you all the success, Shivanshu. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
don't be discouraged.
Yes.
So we will give just these are not considered as a final marks.
Yes,
So
it's correct.
so I will forward to Mr. Madhusudan sir, Madhushekar sir.
I already told you, na, Shivanshu, right? You should focus on your basic funda. At the same time, you are working in railways, right? So most of the questions they'll ask from railways. Most of the questions. That too, you are working in inventory department.
Yes.
Inventory department, tender department. If you don't know what are the basic material required to do to make brakes, all these things, okay, they will ask immediately a question, how will you select the tender? That is very, very important. Okay, So you should focus on your working profession much. Okay. And also basic funda you don't have from the production and material science. If you are not strong from that side, so don't say that I'm strong. I taught production, material science, all these things. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Malakonde sir will take this.
Shivanshu?
Yes.
So you try to spend some time to refer all basics of thermal part also.
Yes.
In thermal, you tried to answer, but few questions you were confused, right?
Yes, sir.
For avoiding that confusion, some more time to be spent on thermal also, because you said you taught already thermal engineering, right?
Okay.
So there is a chance to ask more questions on the area where you already has delivered your subject, right?
Yes.
So you please try to go through that basics of thermodynamics, power plant engineering, R&AC, heat transfer, etc. Right. So from my side, I am giving 115 marks for you. All the best. God bless. God bless you.
Right. All the best, Shivanshu.
Thank
Right.
you.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
It's
You can leave, Shivanshu.
Yes.
You can leave.